In order to move towards repair, it really does take exercising our imagination of being able to create a new possibility of new futures. So the question is, restorative and trauma-informed approaches require us to imagine futures that we've never seen before. So what practices help you personally keep your imagination alive in the face of entrenched systems that profit from despair?
So the work I do for myself and what I've learned is forgiveness. Holding on to resentment is painful for the body. So prisons are warehouses of resentment where we hold resentment. So as we as individuals and then to society start forgiving, we release that pain. So it's that process of repair, but it's twofold. It's also, we have to forgive those who have harmed us. We have to forgive ourselves for the harm we've committed and forgive the systems that have hurt us. We have to give up getting paid, having the world pay us back for what we've gone through, because it's not going to happen. So we have to rise together in a higher vibration, which is forgiveness and vulnerability and accountability. And all those things to me that's my algorithm for transformation.
Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, I love this question. I think that there's two things I think of. I think there's imagination, but also remembrance is such a big part of this, because yes, we're imagining a different future, but a lot of it is about reclaiming practices that have been done for a long time. Like if we're here talking about restorative justice, like Indigenous communities, if any of us trace our lineage, we see something that existed before the colonial criminal legal system as we know it today, right? So when we talk about sitting in circle with a community member who caused harm and focusing on healing, these things aren't new. A lot of it is about remembrance beyond what's been buried. And then for the imagination piece, I definitely identify as a reckless optimist. And in the past, I had a lot of shame around that. And I actually used it to feed into self-blame of why I ended up experiencing violence, because I had this belief that believing in transformation and holding hope, I had this idea that it was naive or weak to do that. And I think we're really taught that in a punitive context. We're taught that transformation is impossible, and if you think otherwise, you're delusional. But what we're doing here is we're challenging that, and we're realizing actually the courage and strength it takes to maintain expectations of love and hold on to our belief of transformation, and look at the people like Fritzi does every day, the people who have been exiled and discarded in our society, and to look at them and to recognize their humanity and to see the healing and redemption that is possible there. That takes a lot of strength. So for me, we all have to do that inner work of sitting with the part of us that's been taught that it's weak to hold hope, and detangling that this idea that like that's not bypassing pain or minimizing it. We're recognizing the reality, and we're having the courage to hold hope. So I think that's a huge part of imagination as well.